Scooby-Doo is everyone's favorite boomer and vintage lens enthusiast. I bought the used Canon eos-m M50 Mark II, and I have this f-mount lens and a Photodiox Pro adapter, and this will focus. That's infinity. So if you go there, you're past infinity. This way you could double check infinity and make sure you got it. Almost all the adapters I have the Z system and the E system. They all do that. So what do you think? I buy this camera, I got some FD lenses, I buy this adapter, Photodiox, it says Photodiox on it, FD eos-m, right? So guess what? I know some of my lenses don't focus at infinity. Yeah, that's pretty scary. So I thought maybe I got a bad adapter. So I went out and I got this one. At first, it worked, but then I noticed it didn't work. And what is the problem? It works with the old FD that have the silver ring, right? See, it's got the silver ring. But the new ones, they will not hit infinity. If you go to infinity, that's not infinity. You got to keep going this way, but you can't, right? Because it's a hard stop. This one, infinity is like right there, but you can't check it by going past infinity. So, I mean, this is a 1.2, so you need to have perfect infinity focus, right? This is the same thing. This is a f1.2 also, right? But no, it doesn't hit infinity. You have to stop on f8 and get a depth of field, which is pretty messed up. So I said, well, I got two adapters. Why don't I measure them, right? Let's see, is this set up to something? Well, this is on 25. And that needle is like right there, right? So let's go to this one. Well, it says 25 in the needles. This other needle's right there. In fact, all the other dimensions that I could check, they seem to be the same, right? So let me push this to the side for a minute. I need some room here. So I got my trusty Minotaur Absolute solar-powered freaking caliper. And I have more room to check. 11325, something like that. Depends on how hard you squeeze it, right? 1136, that's only thousandths off. But let's measure from here to here, right? 8430. Okay, let's do this one. 8460, that's not enough to matter. In fact, all the dimensions that I can measure, right, with this caliper are within a couple thousandths, which will not affect the focus at infinity that much, right? So I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking, Canon put out their specs for the eos-m and they screwed everybody over. But the thing is, I could slap this on the Nikon Z mount or the Sony E mount, and I could use a Photodiox or a Velo adapter, and they'll all go, infinity would be like right here. So if you go there, you're past infinity, so you get infinity. Oh yeah, you're going to lose a couple inches down here. Like say, what's that? Feet is white. So maybe instead of getting, let's say you're going to get 1.9 feet, maybe you're going to get 1.95 feet. Doesn't matter, right? But infinity is very important, right? So on other systems, no problem. So I think it has to be the way that Canon put their specs out, right? And on both adapters, I did some significant testing. If I put this lens on, I could put it on and demonstrate. Oh, that's not lined up. Now it's lined up. Look how far over that goes, right? Then you got to move this over to the lock position. Oh, was it in the lock position? Let's see. Open. Oh, what a futzy system, huh? Lock. Okay, that's locked. This will just hit infinity right there. Infinity is like, I'm guessing 500 feet. So I'm going to have to do some star tests with this and see if it really hits infinity. So you go to open, and then you unlock it, take it off, pain in the butt. Let's try this one again. All right, this one doesn't go over that far. See, the other one went over much far. This one only goes over a little bit. And this one, it's not even close, right? Infinity should be This orange line should be maybe right over there. And it's in the mount, not the lens. But say you're some other person and you invested in a Canon E system and you want to use some old FD lenses. Well, it's not going to make it. This one, because it's a silver ring, it looks like it just hits it. But there's no way to confirm it. You know what I'm saying? Usually when you're focusing, you go back and forth. Oh, I went past it, go back. You can't do that here. So that's sort of problematic. All right. This one looks like maybe it just hits it. This one, it does not. I have a bunch of F lenses, maybe half for silver ring and half for twist the barrel. These are called new FD. And you know what? None of my new FD lenses will focus at infinity, especially wide open. It doesn't matter, 24 millimeter, 28 millimeter, a zoom. Nope, they won't do it. Will not hit infinity. That's gruesome, you know, for the new FD. Especially when all the other adapter mounts I have will do infinity, and infinity would be right there. So you could double check, oh, I'm at infinity, right? So let's take this off. Maybe they changed it, I don't know. I've only had these adapters maybe 6 months or something. They're, you know, I only had the system reasonably new. So this is just a public service announcement, you know, to watch out. What can I say? What can you do? There's nothing you could do. Here's like, these are both f1.2s, right? You would think that you would want infinity focus for this, so you could do astronomy or whatever may have you that you want to do with it, right? Oh no, you can't do it. This one maybe has stopped down the, that would be a 1.4, sure, depth of field would cover you. This one, you gotta go down to f8 at least to get infinity at infinity, right? So 11 and 16 is better. But then what's the point of having an f1.2 if you can't do a cityscape with it because there's no infinity focus? And I went out of my way to measure everything with a caliper and a drop gauge, and it's no go. At first I thought it was photodiox, no, velo. Oh, this is photosay, but I also have a velo. I think does the same thing. So it has to be that they got the wrong specs, or Canon put out the wrong specs. I don't know if they did it by accident or on purpose, but you know, people are gonna get a lens and an adapter, and they think the lens is garbage because it doesn't focus at infinity, when it's not the fault of the lens, it's the adapter. Now, the thing is, if I have a F-mount adapter or a K-mount or even an M42 adapter, they all focus at infinity, right? So this is, like I said, a public service announcement. This is just something I found out. Now, I want to try something live on YouTube, right? Live recorded. I want to take this off. Is this the right screwdriver? Oh, there you go. I'm thinking I could grind this plate, the back of this plate. Maybe I could take like 20 thousandths off it, which is really nothing really, just so I could hit infinity better. So let's see if it's purpose, if you know, it's a good idea or not. Yeah, let's see. Oh, maybe there's a shimmin back that I could take off. Huh, that would be cool too. You know, let's just, there's only 3 screws holding this in. I bought one and these screws were loose and I had to tighten it up. You believe that? Scary. But I bought it used. There's a lot of grease there. I wonder why there's so much grease there. That's probably for this ring. Now, if you look at this, that's just a flat surface. I could get a flat surface, put a sheet of very fine sandpaper on it, and go like this, always rotating it. And I could always check it. I could mic it to make sure I'm not putting a wedge in it, and just take 20 thousandths off. Let's see, can you see 20 thousandths? Oh, look, that's at 30 thousandths. That's quite a bit. Maybe I should only do 10. Let's see, there's, let's go to 10. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 17, 14. I'm going to shoot for like 10 or 12 thousandths because this one looks like it's really close. And I think it would improve this a lot. I don't know, it may help, but you know, 30 thousandths or 20 thousandths looks like it's going to be a chore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this off because that may help. There might be 10 thousandths worth of grease there. So I'm going to clean that off, put it back together and see. And then if it makes a little improvement or no improvement, I'm still going to take this plate off and I'm going to grind it like this. Rotate it, grind it, rotate it, grind it, rotate it, grind it, checking it with a micrometer. A micrometer is more accurate than a caliper, even though this is a good caliper. So for fine, and these are the things, this is mechanical, this isn't even optical, right? So to think, you're going to do something optically without measuring, forget about it. I mean, this is going to be a hassle in and of itself. So, but that's the way it stands. And, you see the price of adapters now? They used to be $20 or less. Now they're creeping up to $40. So, that's why I figure I'm going to have to do something and take matters into my own hand.